Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Well, I am going to get another video request done off my to-do list, and that was to color a Christmas picture out of a Jade summer Christmas book for Christmas in July. Now, many of you know that Miss Ann, aka Mama Fruit Bat from A Colorful Life, is hosting a Christmas in July color along, and the tag is A Colorful Christmas 2020. So I thought, how perfect to color out of one of these books for her color along. Now, the choice was which book. It's not like they only have one or two. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 7 Christmas books out. So I was, of course, looking at the patterns, Christmas mandalas. Then they have all these wonderful Christmas books. And then I was looking at the volume 1, 2, and 3. I ultimately found, out of all of that, a picture out of volume 3 Christmas coloring book by Jade Summer. And it is a pattern. Kind of a detailed one, but it's right up my alley, so I thought, let's go for it. And I discovered a new set of glitter gel pens out on Amazon. They have a number of different sizes. I just bought the 12 pen size just to try them out. These are awesome glitter gel pens. I will link these down below. Like I said, there might be 3 or maybe even 4 different size sets. I'll link down below what they have. I did not find any refills out on Amazon for these, but they're your common colors. You could probably even use the Sargent Art refills. Sargent Art glitter gel pens are my numero uno glitter gel pen. Again, just a small, set. There's not that many colors, but you can bulk order each specific color. So you can get a box of 20 for, I think, $7. So you could maybe use them in these pens too. But I thought, let's go ahead and use these King Art glitter gel pens in here, because I'm just going to use some basic colors in here, like, reds and greens and blues, things like that, and probably brown, some black, yellow. So yeah, just some basic colors. So why don't we go ahead, start up at the top. So let's do this pattern up here. Why don't we just do 1 red, 1 green, red, green. So we're just going to go across the top in our red and green Christmas colors. And let's zoom in a bit. Now, does it bother anybody? I'd really like to know this. Do you prefer me coloring straight up and down, having the page this way, or is it okay if I turn it to the side and color? The new setup that I have for my phone stand that I have up there does not adjust as easily as my old one did, so it's hard for me to turn it at an angle without adjusting a number of things. So if I just turn the book, that's more comfortable for me, but then the book is kitty corner for you guys. Let me know if this bothers you at all, where it is not straight up and down for you, and I will try to adjust myself and color it straight up and down so that the book is the correct angle for you. Okay, let me know in the comments below so that I know. Either that, or whenever I swatch or color where I need it to be more at an angle for me, I'll do some adjusting with the phone stand itself, and I'll try to get it at an angle for you. But for this one, I am going to color at an angle. Again, just let me know if you don't like that, okay? All right, so let's start up here with red over here. Then we'll just go every other one. Yeah, these gel pens color so smoothly. Very nice and juicy if there is such a thing for glitter gel pens. I know there is for markers, but yeah, they're really, really nice. So I'm glad I got them. How is everybody doing? You all staying safe? I hope everybody's friends, loved ones, everybody is healthy. Boy, it's getting darker outside, so I have my lights on up there, and boy, this is shining, isn't it? It's down here at my angle too, so it's kind of a little bit hard to see against these glitter gel pens. Should have got this video done earlier. It has been another whirlwind of a week, I tell you. The grandkids came down with nasty colds. So, of course, you know, they love to share. So they shared with Grandma, yes. Lisa is down with another nasty cold. Oh, it's kicking my butt. And so I still wanted to get out some videos this weekend, or else I'm just going to get farther and farther behind. I'm still trying to play catch up from a few weeks ago, when I didn't record that entire weekend. So I really didn't want to take off another entire weekend. Plus, I like chatting with you guys. So if I have to pause the video because I get into one of my coughing fits or sneezing fits, or have to go blow my nose, excuse me. But it's better than doing it on camera, right? I don't think anybody wants to hear that. So, and if I sniffle here and there, I apologize too. I will try not to do that. I know that can be annoying. So yeah, I unfortunately got sick during the week. Maddie, poor little thing, was sick all week long, and she would cough so hard, the poor little thing would throw up. She coughed so hard. So Heather finally on Wednesday night came and picked up Maddie early and left the other two kids here and took Maddie into the doctor just to see, you know, make sure there wasn't something else going on, because she just had it so bad for so long. Levi's kind of cleared up. He never got super stuffy, but sneeze, oh my gosh. That kid would sneeze and sneeze. And so he got better. Jaden, well, he wasn't absolutely miserable, but he was coughing and stuff too. So, but yeah, Maddie's would just not go away. So, yeah, Heather took her in on Wednesday, like I said, and then, of course, you know, that took forever because of all the protocols in place. And found out the poor little thing has double ear infection, and her ears never bothered her. And Heather asked her, you know, she said, you know, after they found that out, she says, Maddie, do your ears hurt? And Maddie's like, no. But because of COVID and everything going around, they did want to run a COVID test, even though she wasn't running a fever. They wanted to rule that out because there was just a slight possibility. And of course, oh, that's right, I have to text Heather tonight. It is Sunday, and I don't know if I'm going to get this up yet tonight or if you guys will see this on Monday first. I have to text her and see if the results came back yet. They wouldn't get the results for 4 to 5 days. I guess there's a level they go by in order of priority, I guess. And she was a level 4 to 5, which evidently isn't too high on the priority list. Because I know when you're high on the priority list, you can get it within 24 hours. So. But then, just to be on the safe side, you know, she had asked me how I felt about watching Maddie, you know, and the others for the rest of the week. This was Wednesday night now. And I said, well, I'm more worried about Bob than myself. And I said, but, you know, if she were to have COVID, which I don't think she does, but if she were to have it, you know, it was in our house already. You know, we would have probably caught it already. But Heather wanted to be on the safe side, expose us all that much less. And so she worked from home on Thursday and Friday. And so I did not have the kids Thursday and Friday. Now, because I felt like absolute crap. I am so glad I didn't have the kids Thursday and Friday. Oh, it's still kind of kicking my butt. So, yeah, I did not get much done those days because I was thinking, ooh, I could record. I'm going in with blue now on these little flowers. You know, I could get some recording done. I wanted to work on color charts. Yeah, well, then I had networking issues, printer issues, you name it. I did get one color chart done. Woo-hoo. And that was for the new Ohuhu brush markers. Because you know me, I'd swatch them out, put them in the order I want, and type them up, print out, you know, the blank, swatch them out again, see what order, you know, reorder them a little bit, swatch them out. And I must have done that 3 or 4 times. And finally, I'm like, that's it. I'm not changing anything more. This is how they're going to be. And so now that I have the swatch done on that color chart, there are still definitely some I don't like where I put them, but there's some colors, you know, in sets. You just, where do you put them? You put them with the yellows, you put them with the browns. Do you put them with the greens? You put them with the blues. Do you put, you know, it just, and even if it's in a green, do you put it, oh, never mind. Oh, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, I just have to tell myself, Lisa, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be in the exact right order. Just as long as you can see all the colors when you're looking for a color that you know, you're looking at all the colors to color a picture, right? That's the basic purpose of a color cheat. Color cheat, yeah. That's a chart and a sheet together. It's a color cheat. So, you know, I guess it will suffice for that purpose, whether they're in the right order or not. So, yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, did get that one done anyhow, but now I am working on my little 3x5 binder that has all of my color selections for my color by number books. If you've seen my video, I showed my 3 binders that I have, my color swatch binders, and then my little bitty baby binder, because I like to pick out colors from my color mediums, whether it be markers or, well, no, I guess they're all markers and fine liners. for, say, the Belba family, or Sun Life Drawing, or Color Questopia. Those are my three biggies. And yeah, I write them down. I type them up on little 3x5 index cards that are 2-hole punch that fit this binder. I laminate them and put them in the binder. And then I have them. But now I discovered a 51 color. There's one additional color I found for Color Questopia, so I have to retype that one and add it in. Let's see. I think I'm going to color the background with marker, and I'm going to do this. Should we do that in silver, maybe? That might be pretty. So let's turn this to the side. Is that zoomed in enough for you guys? Not that you're really probably watching me anyhow. I hope you guys are coloring or crafting on your own. What are you guys doing? Are you diamond painting or are you coloring? Oh, this is pretty. I like this silver. Very opaque, but very, very smooth looking. Can you see that? Yeah, I do really like this gel pen set. I may have to get one of the bigger sets. Very pretty. Not like I don't have gel pens coming out of my ears. I need more gel pens like I need a hole in the head. Like I said, I love my smaller sets. I really do. You know, sometimes we just get overwhelmed by too many choices. She says, as she goes through her coloring book collection, trying to decide what to color. Yeah. What a hypocrite I am. But it is true, isn't it? You know, when you have too many choices, so you have too many colors. I like, you know, like I said, my Sargent Arts, when there are just, or like this one, there's only a dozen colors to pick from. It's all your main colors, you know, on the color wheel. And many times you don't need more than that. At least I don't when I'm doing like my designs, things like this. Now the silver is always very opaque. That's one reason why I don't color with it a whole lot, except for, as you know, my Color Questopia books. So these, the silver gel pens in this set, gel pen I should say, would work really well in the Color Questopia books. They're, like I said, very smooth and very, very opaque. I have to compare them to the Sargent Art. It could be that they're, you know, very, very similar. Many of the gel pens are, you know, pretty much identical, except for with a different name printed on the cap, just like many of our budget-friendly alcohol markers and those, you know, those dual-tipped, water-based markers with the brush tip on one end and the fine liner on the other. Tons of those out there too. And many times you find with the budget-friendly alcohol markers and those dual-tip water-based markers, they're pretty much identical except for a different name on the packaging and on the marker itself, right? The colors are even all the same, the names, everything is identical. So I was going to go ahead and do this one also, but I don't want to go over the top of that and smear it. So, okay, we'll leave that out too. Okay, what shall we do in here? I was, let's see. Just because it is a Christmas picture, I do want to do a lot of green and red in here. I'm thinking for the lettering itself, I may actually get out, and I don't think I'll get to it in this video, Maybe I'll just do it in my glitter gel pens. I don't know. I was thinking maybe of getting out my Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens. Not glitter, what are they called? Sparkle brush pens. And maybe coloring this in with them and see how that would look, because I have quite a few colors in that set and I don't use them very often. And they're hard to use in little bitty spaces like this. And that's why I wanted to use the glitter gel pens. But maybe for something like this, I could get that out or those out and do that in here. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to use the red and green again in here, and we're going to alternate. We're going to do red dot with a green background, green dot with a red background, so we're going to have, you know, those up, you know what I mean. So we'll do the red dot here, and I hope I'm not getting my head in the way here. I feel like I have to bend over a ways in order to color this. Let's pull it down a little bit. And then we'll do red background here with a green dot. And then, yeah, so these will all be red dots up here with the green dots and red backgrounds on the bottom. So it'll just alternate. Just so that each one's a little different. Boy, I can't get over how juicy these are. I really, like I said, I love my Sargent Art, but I think these are even juicier than those. I'm really glad I tried these. I don't even know how I seen them, if they came up in my recommended feed or suggested, whatever. With me being sick and stuff, I don't know if Bella can sense that. I swear they do. You know, they sense when their person is, you know, not feeling good. Boy, has she been sticking to me like glue. Holy cow. All day, you know, Bob had to work Thursday and Friday. And yeah, all day long, both days, wherever I sat, wherever I was, she had to be there. If I was sitting in my recliner, you know, in the living room, she had to be sitting up right next to me, where normally she doesn't. You know, normally she's sleeping over on the couch. She's a little princess, so she has a little she has a little pillow and a blankie she lays on. And yeah, she usually snores away up there all day, and if she gets too warm, then she lays down on the floor. And yeah, but boy, Thursday and Friday, no, she was right up next to me. One moment. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. But I do get into my coughing fit, so did grab my chloroseptic lozenges. These work so good. They are just awesome. Regular cough drops don't really seem to help my cough too much, but boy, those, I just have to suck on one for a little bit and it starts working right away. So if you're looking for a good cough drop, give them chloroseptics a try. Bob had bought me them when I had my last cold, and it's like, oh my gosh, these things work wonderfully. And it's like, they don't have a liquid center, but it's like a soft center. And there's a lot of, like, I don't know if you'd call it mentholyptus in them, but yeah, by the time you get to the middle, they're pretty strong, but not overly bad. They got a really good taste to them. And yeah, they stop the cough. And there's nothing worse than when you're hacking your head off at night trying to get some sleep. This past week, like, Bob always leaves like at I don't know, 3:30 in the morning to go to work. And one morning I was up just when he was leaving to get to work. Friday, I was up before him. He overslept a little bit, but yeah, I was up at 3:30 both mornings. Laid back in the chair, my recliner in the living room for a few hours, got a few more Z's, because it's when you're laying flat on your back that the sinuses just start pounding. And oh my gosh, Thursday morning I woke up and I had such a pounding headache, and I'm assuming it was a sinus headache. My sinuses were pounding, but my teeth, oh my gosh, my teeth hurt so bad. It's like somebody pull out my teeth. Oh, yeah. And again, you know, it had just been the pressure from the sinuses, but oh, yeah, that was miserable. Thank heavens that part didn't last too long. But now I can't taste or smell anything. I hate that part of a cold. That's as bad as, you know, coughing your head off and not being able to taste anything. It's like, why bother eating if you can't enjoy your food? I made homemade lasagna today. Put it in the oven early this afternoon so that I wouldn't have to. I've been recording all afternoon, and I didn't want to stop to have to, you know, throw the lasagna together and get it in the oven and bake it. So I made it early, and I couldn't even smell it. You know, usually, you know, when you smell something, you know, bacon in the oven like that, it smells so good. Yeah, couldn't even smell it. So it's like, well, it doesn't even hardly pay to eat this. And I had some for supper anyhow, and I go, well, I think that tasted good. Was it, Bob? He says, yeah, that was pretty good. Oh my gosh. So I am so hoping I get my taste back pretty soon, and that it'll only last a little while. But, and yes, I know that's one of the symptoms of COVID, but I'm sure it's just part of this cold. I'm hoping I won't get to the point where I have to pop one of those cough drops in my mouth, because I don't, you know, want to be rude, be sucking on a cough drop on camera, but, you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Okay, let's see. See, Bella's still sitting here by me. Even when I was working on those color charts, I was sitting over at the dining room table, and she even had to lay on the floor underneath the table by my feet while I was doing that. It's like, good heavens, dog, go lay in the living room and be comfortable. Right now she's laying, yep, she's laying right behind me, over by my desk here. Silly girl. She's a big mama's girl anyhow. Well, she's lucky. She has me home with her all day, every day. She hates it when I leave to go anywhere, because I hardly ever go anywhere. So when I do, she's like, Mama, you're leaving me. Don't get me wrong, she loves Daddy too. Bob is the one that always takes her for her walks. So she knows that. And so she doesn't bug me to go for walks. And she knows on the weekends she gets, instead of just the one walk at night that Bob gives her when he gets home from work, She gets 2 walks on the weekend, and she knows it. And yeah, she pesters him. Let's do the horizontal lines on these. Let's do those blue, and then this will be silver again. So maybe we'll do, because I want to go, you always want to work this way, you know, from left to right if you're right-handed when you do your gel pens. So I think I'll go down to, yeah, maybe I'll go to here, because we're not going to get much more than this done. Anywho, so I want to be should be wettest down there yet. So let's start with the silver here, and we'll work our way up and do these horizontal bands first, which are, you know, vertical right now, but right, Bella? Had a house showing on last Tuesday, which of course is always great fun when I have the kids, but it was first at 5:30, so got the kids ready, and Heather left work a little early. I dropped them off at work, and she just, you know, she left a little early then. Rather than working till 6:30, she only worked till 5:30 when I dropped them off by her. But still, heck of a time getting out of the house because of everything I have to put back by the fireplace, because, you know, of course, I got to pick it all up and put it away when Levi's here, or he gets at everything. Sure be nice when he gets to the point where he starts leaving that stuff alone. Because, yeah, take all the time putting everything back by the fireplace, only, you know, to have to put it all back up again after the house showing. Yeah, heard back from them, I think, on Thursday, and nope, didn't want it. I'm like, yeah, story of my life. But then we had a house showing yesterday, which again, today is Sunday. So on Saturday, had a house showing. So on the weekends, it's so much easier to have a house showing, but yet, you know, you're taking time out of your weekend to do that, and that's why I didn't get any recording done yesterday, because stupid Lisa did not double check her message that she got from her realtor, and I thought the house showing was from 2 to 3. So Bob and I left about 1:45. You know, took Bella, got her in the carrier, got us all we took the van. And it's like, okay, where should we go for an hour? So I said, why don't we drive down to Old Plain? And Old Plain it's the Old Plain, on the Old Plain River, and it's a camping area, boat landing, you know, fishing, swimming, that kind of thing. And it is so pretty. You drive back through this winding road that, you know, has like a 10, 15 mile an hour speed limit. And there's, you know, trees both sides, and on some places they overhang the road and everything, so it gets real dark, and it's just gorgeous. If you have your windows open like we did, because it was just beautiful yesterday, well, today too, but yeah, we had a gorgeous weekend. Had the windows open in the vehicle, and you could, you know, just hear the birds just chirping. And then as we were driving through, we had a little Bambi run out. Thank God it wasn't close. It was a ways ahead of us. But we seen this little deer, you know, bebopping across the road. And so, of course, we stopped waiting to see if there was another or if Mama was coming. But we didn't see Mom. So either she had gone through already, or, you know, she was waiting till the coast was clear. We didn't see her. But yeah, seeing this adorable little fawn Still had spots on, and yeah, it was really, really cute. And then we drove, you know, all the way back down to the river. You know, seen some people fishing. Went to one of the boat landings, because there's a few boat landings back there, and a bunch of people camping, and kids swimming. It was just gorgeous out there. Oh, so that was a nice way to, you know, spend an hour on the way back. I love black squirrels, and you don't see them around here. You know, we just have the gray squirrels mainly here, which I love too. I think they're so cute. Yes, I know they can be a nuisance, especially for those of you who feed birds. They love the bird feeders too, but I love squirrels. And, oh yeah, Bella does too, by the way. She heard me say that word. She picked her head up off the floor. Squirrel? She looked at me. Usually all you gotta do is say that word, and she goes zoom into either the window, or in here it would be the patio door, and she's looking. But yeah, seeing a gorgeous black squirrel right next to the road. He just sat there and looked at us, didn't run away. You could tell he must have been, you know, used to people coming through. And oh my gosh, he was so pretty. Where my brother lives, south of me in Wisconsin Rapids, they have quite a few black squirrels. When I went down to visit him once, yeah, there were a number of black squirrels out around his apartment complex. And we don't have really, well, here in Marathon, I've never seen one yet. But yeah, they're evidently around, because we did see one down there. So anyhow, we get back into town finally. Let Bella out of her carrier. Let her, you know, go do her thing in the grass. And got in the house. And it's like, oh, home sweet home, you know. No more did I get out Bella's pillow and blanket. And I closed all the bedroom doors again, so the cats can't get in there. And sat down with a soda and started relaxing when Bella started barking up a storm. We're like, now what? And I seen a black vehicle pull up, and I'm like, oh, I think maybe they're checking out the house. I'm like, that would be good, you know, maybe I'll have another house showing. And I had just ironically said to Bob when we did get home, I said, you know, sometimes you get here and you can't even tell anybody's been here at all. Well, ironically, nobody had been, because Lisa got the time wrong. I thought it was 2 to 3, and here it was 3 to 4. So, yeah, little after 3 o'clock, the realtor pulls up, and the people coming to look at the house pull up. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I looked at my text again, and yeah, I had the time wrong. So he comes up, knocks on the door, even though I do have a doorbell, but anyhow. Knocks on the door, and he just says, he was very nice about it. He says, we had a house showing at 3. I go, yeah. I go, I'm sorry. I said, I had the time wrong. I said, I thought it was from 2 to 3, but I said, no problem. We'll be out of here in just a minute. And I said, we'll just go find something else to do again for an hour. He's like, I'm sorry. I said, no. I said, it's not your fault. It's my fault. So we're trying to get, you know, Bella together. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Bob. And Bella looks at me, and I says, yes, I'm sorry, Bella. So we had to get her back in the carrier, back in the van. And as I've said in the past, Bella absolutely hates going in the carrier and going for rides. She gets very anxious. She pants away. She is getting much, much better, though. She doesn't whine and scratch at the crate and stuff when she's in there anymore. She pretty much, you know, simmers down a little, but she still is panting away. So I know her anxiety level is still up there, but yeah, she's getting better. She should be so used to it by now. It shouldn't even phase her. But she knows. Soon as Mama starts, really going on a cleaning spree and tidying things up, and, it's like, uh-oh, uh-oh, I know what's coming. I know what's coming. So, yeah, all you got to do is look at her, and she starts shaking. She goes, no, no, Mama, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And it's like, okay, I guess I don't have a choice. So, yeah, I went and had to be gone for another hour. So, yeah, they're really shot the day totally in the butt. So, I did not get any recording done yesterday because then ate supper and it made me so sick. Oh my gosh. I got so nauseous from it, and because I told Bob, I said, with my cold, I said, I don't feel comfortable going out to eat. He wanted to go to Culver's, and I just said, I really can't do that, Bob, much as I would like to. I says, I think I would get quite a few dirty looks if I was out, coughing away in public, even if I had a mask on, and it's pretty hard to eat with a mask on, so, or if I'm blowing my nose or sneezing or, I don't think people in a restaurant would appreciate that too much. That's why I am so glad I had enough groceries to order, that it was over 30, that I could just order them from Walmart online and go pick them up. I didn't have to go and get groceries because, again, people would not appreciate me being in there coughing up a storm. Okay, so this will be a replica of that. So let's go ahead and do these Christmas balls. And yeah, again, we're going to stick to our classic Christmas colors. So we're going to do some red and green ones, probably some blue and silver ones. Maybe because you do see, like purple, and I mean, you do see a lot of the other colors in there too. So we're just going to do some various colors in here. But we'll start with our standard red and green, and we'll just go on down the line and do whatever we feel like on each of these. So we'll start with the red and green, and then I think I'll just go through and I'll make all the little tops silver. And then I will color in the background of each of these sections with marker off camera. Let's do this one, silver and gold. No, we'll do it blue and silver. Although silver and gold one would be pretty, wouldn't it? Can you believe we are halfway to Christmas? My gosh, I can't. I cannot believe it. We always say, where did the year go? Well, is that not the truth? Where? I swear it was just Christmas and New Year's Eve. I just don't know. And my mom always said, the older you get, the faster time goes. And gosh, if that ain't the truth. It is so true. As my kids get older, it's like, my oldest daughter is going to be 40 next year. 40! Yes, I had her when I was 10. Yep, my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, let's do a purple and pink one. Gotta get that in here. Purple and pink. We'll do these purple up here. Because again, It's our Christmas balls. We can make them any colors we want. Then I'll have to do a packer one that's green and yellow. Hopefully, we will get to see our packers this year. They are already saying that they're only going to have half the amount of pre-games as normal. They're only going to have every other pre-game that has been scheduled. So far, there's that. Let's see. Should we do yellow on the inside? Yellow on the outside. Let's do yellow on the inside. Okay, one moment. I am back again. Okay, let's use the other green. The sweetie was going to bed. It is, close to 8:30 now, so it's getting a little late. That's why I wasn't anticipating this color and chat really to be too long, because it was getting late already, and I wanted to get this up for you guys yet tonight, but I must be in a Gabby mood tonight. So it's getting to be a little bit longer than I had intended. Oh, and I feel a tickle in my throat coming on. Oh no, I don't want to have to pause again. Please, 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 no. Please, no. Let me take a sip quick. Because the more pauses I take, that means each little piece is a clip. Then when I get them into the editor, I got to put all these clips in the right order. And to remember all that and get the right one in the right order, yeah, it can get to be a big pain in the butt. So, yeah, the fewer clips, the better. I don't know what I'm going to put in here with this orange, but I thought, yeah, the orange was left in the pack, so I didn't want it to be lonely over there. The other blue is in there, too. Let's get the blue out. And then all I got left in there is brown and black. Brown I know we're using for the reindeer. Black, I'm not sure. I am going to have to pause. Sorry, guys. Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry. And, of course, when you start coughing, then the nose starts running. So might as well have a box of Kleenexes here on my desk. Oh, my heavens. I did pop my last cough drop in my mouth, so hopefully you won't hear oh my gosh, my head was in the way. I am so sorry. Hopefully you won't hear me sucking on my cough drop. Let's do this one. Let's see, we'll have to do it 3 colors, so we'll do green in here, and let's do the blue, and we'll do red for the top and the bottom. It's so hard for me to color sideways. I don't know if anybody else has the same problem, but don't want to be flipping the book too much. Let's do another purple and pink one, because this is kind of similar. So we'll do the purple background. Here we go. So each one of the balls doesn't actually take too long because they're not that big. But I wanted to get them nice and colorful. Let's do some of these silver tops again. I think I did that one. We'll just go down the line and get them all done. That way I know they're done. There we go. Okay, now we have the 2 in the middle, and then I see we start going back out the same way. So I should have just done, them all at once. I didn't see that they started going over. But for our last one here, let's do Should we do the blue and the silver? I think we shall. So we'll do these little things in here in silver. And then the background in the blue. And Bella's digging in the carpet again. What are you doing, girl? And she's like, who, me? Mm-mm. I didn't do it. She gives me this look like, hey, don't rat me out on the camera. Now everybody knows. Right, Bella? How does that look? Yeah, it's shining, so it's hard for me to see. Probably you guys, too. And the darker it gets outside, the more it's reflecting. Didn't think of that, or I definitely would have gotten my color and chat done earlier. I did a whole bunch of flip-through videos and a review, diamond painting review of something that's really unique, so that will be up this week also. And I still have a number of books sitting here for flip-throughs that, yeah, have been sitting here a while now. And I haven't gotten to them yet. So here we do the red and the blue again. Let's pull it down here so I make sure that my head is not going to get in the camera again. So that's one thing about, you know, being so zoomed in. Sometimes your head gets in the way. Okay, here we got to color sideways again. Now my next request for a color in chat is out of my favorite patterns book, and that is a David Hinken Jr. book, which, if you have seen my reviews of his books, you know that his are quite detailed patterns. I mean, very similar to maybe this, or some of them are even much more detailed than this. So I can definitely start one on camera, just kind of like we're doing here, but probably won't get real far in it. But yeah, that was another request, so I will be doing that one next week for the color and chat. God willing, there will be a color and chat next week. I mean, no matter how many videos I have sitting here to do, I still want to always get out a color and chat for you guys each weekend. Because I don't know about you, but those are my favorite videos to watch on all the color tube channels that I subscribe to. Love color and chats. And of course the others. Love the haul videos and the flip throughs. They're all fun. But yeah, I think the color and chats are the neatest. Especially, you know, our favorites, our favorite color tubers. It's like you can't wait till they come out with their next color and chat. And then they put one out and you're like, oh, yay. So yeah, get out whatever you're coloring and you color along while they're talking and coloring. Or diamond painting. I like diamond painting and chats too. And I would like to actually do a diamond painting and chat one of these weekends, but I really have been trying to get caught up on this video request list. So And you can keep those requests coming. You know, I have no problem working my way through it. I'm actually quite a ways through it now, so. Okay, this, like I said, is just going to be a duplicate of that. So let's go down to the reindeer. Let's do something a little bit different. So I'm going to take out the brown. We're going to work on these reindeer. Let's quick do his. I'm going to make him Rudolph, so we're going to do little red noses on these guys. So we have 4 reindeer to do. And we're just going to color them all in brown. See? Now I haven't used this brown yet, but it starts instantly. Don't have to shake them or tap them on a piece of paper. So yeah, I like that. Now I may go into my other gel pens, and I'm going to do the antlers a darker brown, I think. But I'll do that off camera, so I don't have to pause it one more time. I don't know what color, and maybe the hoods I'll do a darker brown too. Just to give it a little bit of a different color. So then, when I get this done, I will post it, hopefully on Instagram. I have gotten a number of pictures done out of, I think I got 4 of them done. I was just having so much fun in the Sun Life Drawing Christmas Mosaic coloring book. Oh my gosh, I love that book. Both, I think there's 2, or is there 3 mosaic books by Sun Life Drawing. And the Christmas one I just love. And then they have travel mosaics, and I love that one too. Believe it or not, I love their mosaic books better than Color Questopia's. And the main reason being is their lines are just so precise and so exact. They're always, you know, where I color in with the silver gel pen first before coloring the shapes in with the alcohol marker. The distance between the lines is always so exact. It's the same. Whereas Color Questopia, sometimes they're narrower, sometimes they're wider, which is really not a big deal. But I just find that it's much, much easier to color in with the silver gel pen in Sun Life Drawings books. And so, yeah, I was having such a good time, I couldn't put that book down. But I have yet to get them posted up on Instagram for Miss Ann's color along. So, yeah, I got to get that done. And, boy, I couldn't tell you the last time I posted a picture on Facebook in one of the coloring groups. I don't go on Facebook at all anymore. And, you know, maybe once or twice a week, I'll kind of glance at my feed and, you know, see if the kids are saying anything, or, you know, my sisters and brother, you know, whether, you know, what's been out there. But for the most part, no, I don't go onto Facebook. I'll check my Facebook messages once in a while. So if anybody messages me on Facebook, yeah, it may be a little bit before I see it. I will eventually see it, but if you want to get a hold of me, probably the best way to get a hold of me is by email, which is always listed in the description. So that is lisascoloring@gmail.com. I was asked a few times, and I'm just putting it out there. I am not saying anybody has to do this. If there were any other ways that people could support my channel, and I appreciate that so much. I do have a wish list out there, and it is listed down below in the description, but it's not out there because people have to buy me things. I am lucky enough to have lots of, things, lots of books and coloring supplies. So my wish list is more for me to keep track of things than, to say anything like, oh, here, people, this is what I want you to buy me. Definitely not. So they were wondering if I had something like I forgot what they're called. So obviously I don't have it. It's where you pay a premium to subscribe, and then you get added benefits. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure you guys know. But no, I don't have anything like that. And so a few of you have asked if I have PayPal. And yes, I do have PayPal. And so I am going to list my PayPal down below in the description. Hopefully I will remember to put this as default information in my description, so it will always be there and I don't have to type it in. I will put my PayPal information down in the description if anybody does happen to want to support the channel. But I am not saying that, meaning that you have to do that. Okay? By any stretch of the mind, you do not have to do that. I was just asked in the past a number of times about it, and I don't know, I never felt comfortable putting it in there. But I was asked again this past week, so I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put it in there. And so, yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Okay, let's do these stars yellow. You guys are so awesome. I mean, just by, watching an ad here and there or using the Amazon affiliate links and stuff, you're already supporting the channel, and I appreciate it so much. It is how I am able to bring you guys things to the channel for flip throughs and reviews. You notice this star has lighter lines than all the others. The things a person notices. But yeah, so I want to, take the time too to just thank you all for the support you do give me. And the comments, I love reading your comments. Just the interactions, all the nice emails. I'm not always the fastest on replying to emails and to comments. I am hoping maybe tomorrow morning, depending if I have to work yet on getting these videos up to, uploaded to YouTube, the ones that I recorded today. But yeah, shortly I want to work on comments, work on emails, because I do have a number of additional requests out there, I believe, asking for color charts and things. So I do apologize for the delay in me getting back to you. See, it's another thing on my to-do list is to, yes, get those all converted to PDFs, yet get them out on a Google Drive so that you guys can just have access to them. And I know I have been saying that for months. It's just kind of low on the priority right now, I guess, unfortunately. Some year, someday, I will get to it. Alrighty, we got our reindeer done. Okay. Let's do our trees. That'll be an easy one. I was going to mention about the Belba family giveaway. You guys are rocking it. There are a lot of Belba family pictures out there, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a video out there announcing a giveaway that is being sponsored by Belba family. And it is for the entire month of July, so you have plenty of time to get pictures in over on Instagram. So go back, look for that video. Now I'm going to cut this tree off right here. I don't want to do the trunk green. I'll do them green or brown. But yeah, a lot of beautiful pictures over there. And is anybody else participating in Anne's Christmas color along this month? I know many of my subscribers are also subscribed to her, and if you're not, why not? Her channel name is A Colorful Life, and she is hilarious. Love you, Miss Anne. Mama Fruit Bat. And yes, if you are not familiar with her, there's a whole story behind Mama Fruit Bat. And we're all her fruit bats, so yeah, there's a story there. Of course, there's always a story, right? It was so sad this week. We had an Amber Alert, you know, that I got on my phone, and then it came across the TV, and it was on TV for quite a while, which is unusual. Usually it's not on the screen that long, but it was kind of close around here. And it was a 10-year-old, 10 years old. She was missing, and they were afraid that, not that she was taken, she had a bunch of pills and she was suicidal. I'm like, she's 10 years old and she's suicidal. My gosh. That in and of itself is so, so sad. But then 2 days later, they did find her. And yeah, it was not a good ending. She unfortunately succeeded. And oh my gosh, my heart goes out to those people. You know, what should be so wrong in a 10-year-old's life that they feel it's not worth living? And they just moved here, I guess. I can't remember from where. But, yeah, I just boggles my mind. And then we had another sad story. Oh, I meant to pick up red, not pink. Oh, well. We'll just make this all different kinds of colors because we can. It's It's Christmas. We can make them whatever we want, right? I know the Christmas balls I have on my tree are every color around. So let's make these pink and a blue. Wrong blue. Oh, right blue. Now that I got them all out on my desk. Okay, and we want a blue. Oh, wait, we're doing blue here. Might as well do that right away. We'll color a little bit yet, and then we'll call her a day. Or in this case, an evening. So I can start getting all of these videos in the editor and get making my thumbnails and getting links and all that good stuff. First get them copied over to the laptop. Now that I have a laptop that works. Let's see. Oh, I forgot the pink down here. Knock on wood. I shouldn't just assume that anymore, should I? My heavens. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay, I think we will finish up then tonight with just coloring these things in. And what shall I think we'll do these. I was going to say blue, but I got blue. Let's just do them the red and the green. Why not? So let's do the bars down. I want to make sure I don't touch that. Red. I really like the red that's in here too. It's not one of those more pinky reds. It seems like it's a real true red. So many times you get the reds that are, yeah, more on the pinky side. Pinky. But this seems like a really good red. So hopefully, maybe, I'll hear some good news back tomorrow about the house showing. I thought I'd maybe hear something today, but seeing as how I didn't, that's not necessarily a good sign. So I'll probably hear the same thing. It's too outdated. But you know, like Bob and I said, if I would update this house, I would have to stick, probably a good, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000 into it, and then I'd have to charge that much more to sell it, and people aren't going to want to pay that price either. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I can't win. And I know, like Heather says, and my realtor, the right person just hasn't come along. And yeah, I know, evidently, but, she said, Heather told me I have the wrong attitude because I'm getting, sick of this. I hate house showings. I hate having to, especially when I have the kids, and it's just, and next month it'll be coming up on a year. So I have been going through this for a year. So it gets, very difficult to not get depressed about the whole thing, and kind of bummed out. Just kind of over it. Over the whole thing. And I just, all the excitement that I had in the beginning, and every time we look at a house, that excitement, and it's, yeah, that's really starting to go away. We haven't even looked at a house in quite a while. There just hasn't been much new out on the market in our price range. And for what we're looking for. So, yeah. Really didn't dream, never in a million years, that I would be here for another winter. I really didn't. For sure last year was going to be the last Christmas. But holy mackerel, the way it's going, and then I finally had the house sold, and then their flipping financing fell through. And my secondary buyers found something else. So it's like, this just is not meant to be. And Heather wonders why I have the wrong attitude. Oh, yeah, I know. But let's end this color and chat on a happy note. I don't want it to be a downer. Sorry, guys. I hope, again, you guys are all doing well, that you are enjoying your weekend. Let's zoom out. We actually got quite a bit done on this picture, didn't we? That was more than what I thought I was going to get done in a color and chat. Did I do the silver on there? Yes, I did. Okay. So, I'm really not going to do, a whole lot that I haven't already done. I'll be coloring this in. Again, I may get out my Spectrum Noir sparkle pens. And then these presents, but the rest of it is just going to be repeating what's up on the top. And then I will be getting some markers out, doing the backgrounds, getting my dark brown out, doing that. So a lot of it I actually did get done in this color and chat. The other thing I thought about in here, rather than getting those out, was I was maybe going to get out my Pentel dual metallic, or the sparkle pop pens, and maybe using the reds and the a number of these, the yellow, the blues, because they're just so pretty. The purple that shimmers with the blue in it. I mean, they're just gorgeous. So I may do that in there. I don't know. I have not decided. So, yeah, I gotta think on that one yet, but, yeah. So, again, I hope everybody is having a great weekend. I thank you so much for joining me on this color and chat, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help to support the channel. And hit that subscribe button. And hit the notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. Again, I hope everybody has had a fantastic weekend, and as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.